So.
Melbourne girls, they love to bounce.
So guys, I haven't recorded anything today because there's not been anything to record. Now we're going to this Halloween thing, so just walking up the street now, and when we get there I'll film the next clip, so see you there. So about to go on now guys, I'll hopefully see you on there. So it's really good, so see ya. So guys, we're on the train now. You might not be able to see me, but yeah. And then there's a little light there, that's my grandma there. And this is the view up the platform. And yeah, we're going to halt.
Anybody next in the next car?
Oh no, we've got to get some pictures of the people next door. Hilarious. Yeah, so it's on the ghost train. Yeah, she's crapping herself. So I'll see you in a bit. Just started, guys. We're moving now. You can see that there. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Oh, that's not so fast. So guys, we've just gone through Weybourne. Now we're on the way to Pancras. She's still crapping herself. Yeah. See you in a bit.
Probably will be later. Well, I think most of it happens outside. Because we get off the train.
Oh god.
Train only goes so far.
So guys, we pulled into Holt. Some mysterious man there. And yeah, just to wait and see what happens. Yeah. So, still sat here with the spookiest candle. We'll see what happens. And I'll film it when it does. See ya. John. What's the Black Prince? Yeah. Walking down being led somewhere. See when we get there.
Somebody's sitting in that chair. Look.
Oh my lord. Oh look, it's someone's best friend. Oh, we've gone through that scary bit. Oh, I have no idea where we're going next. Going into some tents or something. A load of buildings set up. Oh my god! Go there. Scared me. Ooh. Alright, see you in there.
Apparently there's murder. I don't accept murder, but I'm a station master around here.
So. I'm going around here. Ooh. For a big building. You're back again. Oh, you donkey! Stupid animal. Idiot, should not throw the candle. Stopped off for cake. Nice. Bit of sponge. Chocolate.
They put a lot of effort into it, don't they?
Oh yeah. New stuff. 5. Chris found himself. Nice. Let's see ya. We're heading to the next bit. Alright, so we're in the station. Yeah. Whole seat to myself. Oh god, can lie down. Yeah. It's really comfy on these seats, and yeah. She's really scared there, look. Whoa. Yeah, you can see my face now. So yeah, see you in a bit. See ya. Set off now, guys. Yeah. And there's too much cotton. Turn on the flash. Sit back. Seat is 2 and 2. And the one I'm sitting at is 3. I want to go to the end. Yeah. Yeah. Just turning back now. I'm probably going to fly through Waybourne. I don't know what's happening. See you next when something happens. Yeah. Nice. So guys, just come off now. Cold out here. The streets can be deserted down here. It's almost 10 p.m. And yeah, it's really good that I'll give you my full review, but there will be potential spoilers there because I'm not sure how much they change this event each year. So yeah, be wary of that, and I'm just walking on that, and then I'll do that. So I'll see you then. It's raining a bit, so better put this away because the camera will get wet. See ya. So guys, we've just been back at the house, been back for half an hour now, and I'm just going to give my opinion on what I thought of this. So, yeah. So, basically, I'm just going to give a full analogy. So, yeah, my grandma's here. We went there, and on the train, it was like a ghost train, and yeah, there's like loads of jump scares and that, and it was dark in the carriage apart from this little tea light flickering. It's a good effect on it. Yeah, so we went there. We passed through Waybourne. We didn't stop there. We stopped to halt, so just went non-stop to halt. And then, once we got there, we stayed in the train for a bit, and then they instructed us out of the carriage, and then we went through out the carriage, down the platform, and then we went into the first section. And this is where I warn you, there is going to be some major spoilers. So yeah, if you don't want to hear spoilers, skip to probably the end of the video. And yeah. So, as I was saying, we went out of this to the first section, and this is where we walked a bit, then they took us through this little bit here where there's this guy talking, and then there was a little skeleton on the floor, and yeah, you can see some pictures of it from the night, and yeah, so I'll post that on my Instagram. Yeah, this little skeleton on the floor, and there was also yeah, so we walked through that, and then there was what seemed to be the bungalow they normally have, and then a temporary building, and it's very hard to distinguish between the two, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so they got us through one of the buildings.
They were all decorated.
Yeah, they were all decorated with all the stuff. They got us.
Spiders' webs.
Yeah.
Ghosts. Mm-hmm. Skeletons.
Yeah, so
loads of skeletons.
They got us through the first building. We just sort of walked through that, not much scare stuff and that. Then the second building, and then there was like a couple of people in there, all dressed up and that. And then, what was actually the most elaborate part, I think, of the whole thing, you went down these steps into this whole jail structure. There's all metal bars and that. Actual metal bars, I felt they were actual metal. And the way they did actually describe, so you don't see actually how the actors could have possibly got out there. And yeah, and then you walk through, there's loads of smoke effects and that's really smoky. And you pop out the other side into this bit, and then you sort of walk a bit more, then went into a cafe where you could buy stuff. And after the cafe, you went out, for the last bit of it, little other section with a couple actors there. and he went out into a bit where there's this guy doing storytelling about his all these things. It's quite funny actually. He's like, "There's only one of these, and I've got it." He kept saying that, and then we went.
Well, he got
out.
a peg leg, hadn't
You got
he?
peg leg, a skull,
Skeletons, skulls.
loads of things, and then we went out of that, and then got there back to the train, then headed back. One thing I will say though, and I think my grandma will agree on this, there was loads of actors. It was very heavy on the actors, and yeah, it was thoroughly good. It was the price actually was around £26, wasn't it?
For two.
Yeah, around £26 for two people, and yeah.
But the people taking part were all volunteers.
Yeah,
connected with the Sheringham Preservation Society, the railway, or the North Norfolk Preservation Society.
Yeah, whatever it's called. The actual railway is run by volunteers, and the event is sort of by the volunteers as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think some of them though could be, some of the people there were like actual actors, because there were a mix of people who had their badges on with their names on, and other people who didn't. So yeah, and one other good thing, there was a couple clergymen, or dressed to be clergymen, who just sort of like, they acted like normal passengers in the train, and then they went out and did the scare things, and it sort of surprised you there. And yeah, there was the sign of the cross. I was just waiting for him though to pop out and be like, "May the power of Christ compel you."
What about the fortune teller?
Oh yeah, the fortune teller. I forgot to say. There was this the first bit of it actually. Once you walked in, you were made to queue up for a bit, and then you walked
like a
through.
caravan,
Yeah, it was before all the other stuff I talked about. You went through the this little section with the fortune teller, and you sort of put your hands on this plasma ball for a second, and she sort of did a bit of fortune. Touched your hand, like so, like a bit of physical there, and they a bit of fortune telling, and yeah, they said, "I can tell you have been studying," and the funny thing was, I just did a bit of RS homework earlier as well, so she got that one right, which quite surprised me actually. And then you went into all the other sections. I just complained. So overall, this is although I did go to Fort Park Friday Nights a couple of years back, I didn't actually go in any of the mazes. So this is probably the first proper scare event I've actually done, and actually done the stuff there. And yeah, it was pretty good actually. Yeah, £26, well worth it. You agree? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one thing you haven't mentioned, when we got off the train, the engine moved along the line.
Oh yes,
and let off steam so much that you couldn't see where you were.
Oh yeah,
going.
they also used the engine to good use actually. They basically ran it down the line to the right to the end where the buffer was, and then they sort of kept there for a minute, and then suddenly there was this huge amount of steam, so much you couldn't see it, and it was just covered in it. And yeah, I did that for several minutes actually.
And a lot of noise as well.
Lots of noise, helps with the scare effect, and they so it's sort of like a bit of a smoke emitter, and yeah, they had that for several minutes, and then the train just stood there right at the end, sort of like
very eerie in the dark and amongst the trees.
Yeah, it was very eerie, just there. And then they didn't actually move the engine until right near the end, and then they moved it back, and then we just hopped on, moved it back, and then
coupled it up to
the engine, and then we got on a bit, back, and that's pretty much it. There was a couple last scares on the train, and then we got back. But overall, I would rate this experience about I say 8.5 out of 10. Because I'm not got much to base on, because I haven't been on many things before, but I've seen like things on YouTube with them, and this was very good. It was quite a good experience, and that you could tell they put the effort in, especially with the buildings and that. Like, they weren't shabby; they were properly done. Especially that section with the jail I just talked about. And yeah, if you are in Sheringham at this time, or 26th of October, then or this half-term week, like next year, I would really recommend you go check this out. It's in the North Norfolk Railway, and it's called the Adult Ghost Train. There's also a children's one, but yeah, we did the adult one. And yeah, so I thoroughly recommend you check this out if you guys want to know more details, and just like pop a comment and I'll send relevant links. Yeah, so I enjoyed that. So did my grandma. She's falling asleep.
Yeah, she's tired. She's getting ready for bed. Worn out.
Oh no, I'm never worn out. So yeah, this video's dragging on a bit now, so I better just quickly wrap it up. But yeah, overall 8.5 out of 10. Good event.